I am 92 years old. I have outlived my wife. I have outlived my friends. I have outlived my enemies. And perhaps most importantly, I have outlived the version of myself that used to give a damn about what any of you think. I am standing at the very edge of the cliff. I can see the bottom, and it is closer than my next breath. But before I go over, I need to turn around and shout something to you, the people still back there at the party, laughing and drinking and pretending the music will never stop. You are living a lie. You are walking around with this arrogant, comfortable delusion that you have time. You treat your days like they are cheap currency, like you have an infinite supply of them stacked in a vault somewhere. You waste them on anger, on boredom, on scrolling through the curated lives of strangers. I am here to tell you that you are broke. The vault is empty. You know intellectually that you are going to die, but you don't know it. You don't feel the cold steel of it against your neck. If you did, you wouldn't be living the way you are. You wouldn't be tolerating a job that drains your soul. You wouldn't be holding on to a grudge against your brother for 5 years. You wouldn't be waiting for someday. Let me tell you about a man named Jack. It was 1968. Jack was my best friend. He was smarter than me, better looking than me, and richer than me. He was a shark in a tailored suit. We were having a drink one night, celebrating a massive deal he had just closed. The air smelled of expensive scotch and success. Jack leaned back in his leather chair, lit a Cuban cigar, and looked at me with eyes that gleamed with ambition. "Frank," he said, blowing smoke at the ceiling, 5 more years, that's the strategy. I grind for 5 more years. I hit the number. Then I'm done. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I start living. Jack had a plan. He had a roadmap. He had the discipline of a monk and the drive of a conqueror. 3 days later, Jack walked out of his office building, grabbed his chest, and hit the sidewalk before he even realized he was falling. Massive heart attack. Dead before he hit the concrete. He was 42 years old. He never went to Italy. He never painted a damn thing. He never started living. I stood over his casket, and the tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The tragedy was that Jack spent his entire existence waiting to live. He treated his life like a waiting room for a better future that never arrived. He deferred his joy for a compounded interest that he never got to withdraw. And the cruelest part? I went to his office a week later to clear out his desk. His calendar was booked solid for the next 6 months. His inbox was full of the urgent messages. The world didn't stop because Jack died. His company replaced him in 2 weeks. His clients forgot his name in a year. The machinery of commerce ground on, indifferent to his absence. And right now, looking at you, I see Jack. You are telling yourself the same lie. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll take the trip when the kids are older. I'll forgive my father when he apologizes. Let me give you a hard fact from a man who has seen the end of the movie. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are trading your now for a later that isn't guaranteed, you are making the worst bet in the history of gambling. Let's talk about your stuff. I look at your generation, and I am baffled. You are obsessed with accumulation. You buy things you don't need, with money you don't have, to impress people you don't even like. You fill your houses with plastic and metal and fabric, thinking it will fill the hole inside you. I live in a small room now. It is 12 by 12. I have a bed. I have a chair. I have a picture of my wife, Eleanor. I used to have a big house. I used to have luxury cars. I used to have a garage full of toys and a closet full of suits. And I am telling you, with the absolute clarity of the end game, it is all garbage. I have been to a lot of funerals. I have never, not once, seen a U-Haul trailer following a hearse. Whatever you accumulate, you leave behind. When you die, your kids are going to hire a stranger to come into your house and throw 90% of your precious treasures into a dumpster. The other 10% they'll sell at a yard sale for quarters. That antique table you screamed at your kids for scratching, sold for $20 to a college student. That collection of watches, pawned or forgotten in a drawer. That is the sum total of your materialism, future trash. So why are you killing yourself to buy it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your daughter's childhood? Missing the sunset, missing the taste of your dinner just to pay for a car that sits in traffic? It is madness, and you won't realize it is madness until you are sitting where I am sitting. And by then, it is too late to return the merchandise. Let me tell you about the big victory. It was 1979. I won the Businessman of the Year award in my city. It was a big deal. Black tie banquet, crystal chandeliers. The mayor was there. I walked up to the podium. People stood up and applauded. I felt like a god. I felt like I had won the game of life. I held that heavy glass trophy over my head and smiled for the cameras. I went home that night clutching the trophy like it was the Holy Grail. My house was dark. Eleanor was asleep. My kids were asleep. I sat at my kitchen table alone, drinking a scotch, staring at this piece of etched glass. The silence in the house was deafening, and I realized the applause had stopped. The people at that dinner didn't care about me. They cared about what I could do for them, or they envied me, or they were just hungry for the rubber chicken dinner. They went home and forgot me. But the people upstairs, the people who actually loved me, the people whose opinion actually mattered, I had neglected them for months to win that piece of glass. I missed my son's varsity games to stay late at the office. I missed my anniversary dinner to close a merger. I was irritable and distant because I was building an empire, and for what? That trophy is currently in a box in a basement somewhere. I don't even know where it is. Maybe it's broken, maybe it's in a landfill. But the memory of my wife's sad eyes when I told her I couldn't make it to dinner, that is right here. That stays. That is a scar that doesn't fade. You think your career is your legacy. It's not. It's a transaction. You are selling the hours of your life, hours you will never, ever get back, to build someone else's castle. If you drop dead today, your job would be posted online before your obituary. They would have your replacement in the chair before your body was cold. Do not worship at the altar of your career. It will not love you back. It will not hold your hand when the lights go out. It will not weep at your grave. So, if the money is fake, and the career is a trap, and the stuff is garbage, what is left? What is actually real? I'll tell you. The only things you get to keep are the things you gave away. I sit here in this chair, my body failing, my world shrinking, and I don't replay my business deals. I don't think about the market share I captured in 1982. I replay the Sunday mornings with Eleanor, drinking coffee and doing the crossword puzzle in silence. I replay the sound of my daughter laughing when she was 3 years old, and I chased her around the yard. I replay the time I helped a stranger push his car out of a snowbank in a blizzard, and the look of gratitude on his face. I replay the taste of a cold beer after mowing the lawn on a hot July day. Those moments, the small, human, intimate moments, are the only wealth there is. Everything else is just noise. So here is my challenge to you. Here is the strategy for the rest of your life from a man who has run out of strategy. Number 1, kill your ego. You are so terrified of looking foolish, you don't take the risk. You don't start the business. You don't ask the girl out. You don't dance at the wedding. Why? Because you are afraid of what they will think. Let me liberate you. Nobody is watching you. They are too busy worrying about themselves. They are too busy wondering if they look foolish. You are the main character only in your own head. To everyone else, you are background noise. Stop letting your fear of other people's judgment paralyze you. Their judgment will rot in the ground right next to them. Dance. Sing off-key. Wear the ugly shirt. Be weird. Be free. Number 2, practice the last time. This is a Stoic technique, and it will change your life. Every time you do something, anything, remind yourself that one day you will do it for the last time. One day you will pick up your child for the last time, and you won't know it's the last time until you realize you can't lift them anymore. One day you will kiss your spouse for the last time. One day you will swim in the ocean for the last time. One day you will eat a slice of pizza for the last time. You don't know when that day is. It could be 10 years from now. It could be today. If you live with that knowledge, you will never take a moment for granted again. You will taste the coffee. You will feel the water on your skin. You will hold the hug a little longer just in case. Number 3, wake up. I'm 92. My back hurts. My eyes are dim. My hands shake. But you have the golden ticket. You had your health. You have your youth. You have options. And you are spending this miracle scrolling through a phone, numbing yourself with dopamine hits from strangers. You are walking through life asleep. Stop it. Put the damn phone down. Go outside. Feel the wind. Look at the sky. Call your mother. Not a text, a call. Hear her voice while you still can. Forgive your enemy, not because they deserve it,
but because you don't have time to carry the heavy luggage of hate anymore. We are all going to die. It is the only guarantee we have. It is the destination on every ticket. But most people never actually live. They just exist. They stay safe. They stay comfortable. They follow the rules. And then they expire. Don't be like Jack. Don't wait for the 5-year plan. Don't wait for retirement. Don't wait for permission. Eat the good food. Buy the plane ticket. Say, I love you first, and say it loud because the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? Tick, tick, tick. That is the sound of your life running out. Don't let it run out empty. Squeeze every drop out of it. Crash into the grave, totally worn out, used up, with a smile on your face, shouting, wow, what a ride. I'm tired now, the nurse is coming. The sun is going down. Go, live, do it for me, do it for Jack. But mostly do it for yourself, before the silence comes.